a spot of blemish on the mothership. They was there. And these guys, you know, I don't want to digress, but when I was there last time, some of the people in the press corps was, do certain people, when they die, they go to heaven and it's like a spaceship. I said, yes. What's happening? Are you sure? I said, I just told you. Yeah. Where else would you go if you believe one part of that, you believe the rest? Anyway, if you look right outside, it's a whole thing of immobilized cars. The Volkswagen, I got it back here good, and it's right out there now, it won't move. The white car, y'all remember how nice it was driving when we go down? Just a perfect car. It's out there, I got lucky, because I had to park it by the shrimp boat after it stopped a few times, but I got lucky, went back the next day, drove it up around there, and then got it right here. So it'll be there to deal with it. Everything out there, all those cars were immobilized. And they're good cars. That van out there is probably the best one we ever had. That Dodge van, that's a good car. But it was immobilized. My truck, I can start it up in a little while, but I think what's the name is out. That's the third one, freeze plug. So I don't want to run it too long and it get hot. But I just run it for a second just to, or maybe they put it back in. What I'm trying to make is, why are we so important around here? Why are we so important? Why is, you could go to everybody else in the United States and nobody has any reports like that. But us. They just don't have, it's just a simple thing. Therefore, there's a huge push not to sabotage us, but to encourage us to be voluntarily misguided, which we're not going to do, right? That's why I think you said the other day that you could tell people wanted you to say one thing, but you said another.
Yeah.
Okay, all that stuff is automatic. It's not like I said, I think I said that. Let's see here. They up to this, they up to that. No. After you do things so long, you know, somebody trying to hit you from behind, you just reach over and tie your shoe. You have no idea your shoe was just untied. That's all. And whoosh, the bat goes right by your head. Or there's a big refrigerator falling out of a 20-story building, and somebody says, hey! And you stop, turn around, and the refrigerator, like a cartoon, the refrigerator hits right there, right?
Yeah.
That's the way life, that's the way stuff feels with me. It's been going on so long that we expect it. Okay. So all of this stuff happening with, this is the same thing about the Patriot Act. It's the same thing that's been going on for decades. The people are trying to federalize the cities, right? What George Bush was doing with the Patriot Act, Don is trying to do right now. Okay, therefore, not only do we continue to do our work, but we do our work happily, and we're not on a monitor like we have to do this by a certain time. We have, you know what I mean, like goal setting. Well, this time around we'll do more goal setting within, well, we always go, but I mean timelines, like we want to do this by that time, we want to do that by that time. Because what we're doing is we are affecting the whole society. I mean, in a big way. But what Allah have planned for us, we're just confident that it's good. Because everything else has been good, and plus, it's not exclusive, but it's exclusive for America because nobody else is involved, right, in this thing the way we are. It just ain't nobody involved that way. And this, when you contemplate, when you think about it, we're happy with it. We're happy with the job we're doing because of tawakkul, trust in Allah. But technically it's what we talk about all the time, tafweed. Tafweed is when you entrust your whole thing to Allah. Because this stuff is too, it's very complicated. It's not complicated to us at all. This stuff seems simple, I mean, right? It may not be simple to other people, but it's simple to us. Okay. Money, drug war, we've been through this past, Black Lives Matter, defund the police, no, refund the police. China, the Thucydides trap is being manifested in another way. And it's not that we're pro-Chinese or pro-Iranian, but it seems like they got this one hands down. What we want to do is help America at this time. So we'll be doing things where we consciously try to engineer ourselves in a position where we can be heard and understood. Our stuff in California, we mentioned it before, it's absurdity defense. Everything they're doing and have done is absurd. But our basic policy is the same. With this, we ain't in no rush to go out there and do nothing. We don't have to do nothing until Allah directs us to do it. And right now, we're demanding that you give us a JCPOA, whatever that is. That's our demand. You just have to do it. Go about your business. Because the system has been, you have been bad boys. You haven't been good. Therefore, we don't trust you. That's all. So, since we don't trust you, we're going to force you to sign a treaty that you won't keep. Now, I know that sounds kind of funny, but that's all what we're doing. We're having a good time. We don't have no time limit. We don't have no schedule we got to keep. We don't have none of that. We're trying to help you, stupid. And everybody knows that but you. So, when you come to your senses, you'll be around, whether it's now, next week, next year. But that's our offer. Sign on the dotted line, or go to hell. Whichever one you like, it's okay with me, yeah. Because we don't have to do nothing. We don't have to prove all the stuff y'all did against us. The whole world knows about that. We don't have to prove it. And who cares? You got to realize, as you keep growing, you outgrow. Like Oakland is important, but it's not important. It is and it ain't. If you sell our property, you sold our property out there, so what? Just because we're going to make a 3-star homeless thing out of it, that's okay. It's all right. Our CDs, our DVDs, our stuff is going to get out whether this stuff is going on the hot box or not. It don't make no difference. Everything is going to come out at the time, and you're going to be held accountable. Not only you, but all of your people. You know, the whole list of Californians, they're all on the list. They all participated in this, and everybody knows it. You say they don't care, but history always cares. You keep forgetting history, tell the truth. Boss man, let me tell you something. And Negroes, we've said it for decades. Boss man, when everybody get hot on boss man, who you think he's gonna throw overboard? First, you're going overboard. You can't stop it. This is history. And everything you did and said, boss man gonna throw you overboard to try to save himself. He gonna save us. He's gonna try to save himself. This is the dummies. I would just say hi and let y'all know that that's him. Oye, ¿cómo te ha ido?
Why don't you just tell the people that you've been working with the feds?
I've been working with the feds. Thank you. You know, but it's clear though, see, that I've been working with the police because all the help they've given me, you know, all the cooperation. Isn't that nice? The cooperation that I get. Tell the truth now. I wanted to answer that so you'd at least hear that these people are psychopaths. There's something wrong with them. We love them, but they are crazy. To try to blame what happened in Oakland on me. I left everybody, and they loved me. And I disappointed them. That's not the way history gonna tell it, dear Khadijah. I told y'all years ago, about 7 years ago now, that I was gonna help you. Yeah, it was a while back, 6, 7 years ago. The friend of my chef said, I'm gonna help you. Because you're in over your head, you're in deep, and I like you guys. And you can tell I like you because I answer your calls. I don't put no block. I could put a block on the call where you couldn't call, right? You can put a block. I don't put no block on the call. I want you to keep calling, you know, because I'm interested. I may push the button because I may not want to hear it at that time. But I want you to keep calling. I want you to know the door is always open to Imam Musa. Hey, I really appreciate the call because, see, this finishes up the whole insanity scenario. Tell the truth. This is the whole insanity scenario. It's ridiculous. It's like It's not duplicitous, it's just unbelievable. What did I call it? I called it something else. Let me see. But anyway, just hold on a second. Negroes are children. Well, y'all are not children, but let's see here. Let's call it something like just absurdity. That's good enough. Everything that's happening is absurd, but you got to understand. Just like I'm having the time of my life. Because I didn't expect the stuff to go like it is, whatever it is you plan, movement, I'm gonna be here till the day I die, I'm committed to this, that, and another. And so you're committed. But I didn't think it was gonna be this much fun. I did not think that I would respond to, although I was prepared for it, that boss man would do all the things that he do, and I would respond the way everybody else would go crazy or commit suicide or something stupid, right? They would be sad. Everybody would be sad, not me. I'm sorry. And I want to thank y'all for being persistent. You know who else is persistent? The shaitan is persistent. That's what the Quran said. He's persistent in food. So your persistence shows who you're associated with. And I'm going to close by thanking all of y'all. I just didn't have any idea that it would be like this. But I just wouldn't want it no other way. So again, I close by thanking y'all for being who you are, for acting who you are, and when it comes time for a rescue mission, shoot, I'm Big Hank, I'm gonna rescue y'all. Yes, I sure am. And then I know the people get mad and they get actually jealous sometimes, I'm a pretty old guy now, but I was pretty handsome at one time, and I know some people keep looking at them pictures, and I was sharp, and then dreaming about the brother, and then being married at the same time, and sitting up there playing with yourself while you're talking to me, that's not, I guess it's healthy. They got people call on the telephone to the point of that they call girls, and it may be a girl, big old fat girl, weighs 600 pounds, and she sound right, and the guy paying phone bill maybe $900, right? This is just ridiculous. So y'all get to call me free, it don't cost you nothing, and but I know what y'all be doing now, both of y'all. See, and I'll close with this. For a boy to be married to a girl and let the girl call on the phone all the time, there's something going on. And I used to be involved, not involved physically, but I used to observe that type of behavior. And in Malcolm's books, he talk about, people like that, the Europeans that used to want you to spank them, right, put baby powder on them and stuff like that, right? And I know, I can see the inclinations. I've been watching y'all. I know you got all those, all that spanking, it's just psychological spanking, but pop! Hey, when you call me, all I'm gonna do is have a good time with you. I ain't gonna get mad at y'all. I can't. It's just not in the nature of things. but you don't have to be funny acting and pornographic and stuff, you know. Like y'all calling the police, I was in there taking the enema, and the police come in there, I'm actually naked. And I had to put on, so y'all was watching me take an enema. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But you're not. So I'm going to help y'all. I think that this takes a lot of psychological deconstruction. So I have to deconstruct the problem and then lay it out. And then after laying it out, then we can approach it from a level of assisting you. Hey there, good. What you say? Go ahead, say it. Just a minute. What'd you say? Let me put you. What did you say? What are you saying? Well, I want to thank you. You remember the other day you told me my daddy put me in slavery. Didn't you say my poor daddy put me in? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Anyway. Hey, that's sweet. Anyway, no, but no, I could turn the, is that still on?
It's still running, yeah.
Okay,
it's still running.
no, I can turn this off. I could block that number or anything. I don't block none of the numbers, anything. So, I want to thank y'all very much. I know this is a surprise for y'all, just to watch this stuff. This is not the Clarence Reams comedy hour. This is real serious stuff, and I want y'all to take it serious. Whether it's done, whether it's all the governmental invasions, whether it's the Gestapo trying to invade cities, whether it's proactive, preemptive, all that stuff is real. It is actually real. So I thank y'all very much in visiting with us, and we'll be here tomorrow morning for Eid, and we hope that y'all have a nice Eid celebration. Thank you very much. As-salamu alaykum. Okay. So it's up.
Yeah,
Oh, did you have some questions?
well, yeah, someone, or there was a comment that came in, the other